Hey guys, it's Willie here. Welcome to this month's lesson. I thought this month I want to continue where I left off. If you guys may remember, last month I shared some life-changing event involving losing my job, something that I've been pursuing for the last 12 years of my life. But the silver lining is that I finally found the time and space to pursue what I really want to pursue in life, which is cooking and storytelling. But with all this time and space that I never had comes with a lot of anxiety and fear. Like I didn't know where to start. But then I was reminded by a practice of manifestation. And this great practice I use as a guiding light to weather through this time of uncertainty, adversity, and turning it into an opportunity. And this journey of discovering manifestation I can sum up with one quote from a movie, my favorite movie, The Matrix, which you guys probably all seen by now. Morpheus, the mentor of the main character Neo, helped him discovering who he truly is, being the one, and Morpheus advised him, don't think you are, but know you are. And I believe this great practice of manifestation can be summed up with this quote. So essentially, through my story today, I like to articulate what is manifestation and why it's important to do so. What are the challenges behind this practice? And finally, how to harness this superpower which we all have to propel us forward to whatever it is that we want to achieve in this lifetime. Sounds good? First thing first, what is manifestation? What is manifestation? Essentially is the use of visualization and imagination, which we all capable of doing, to turn our desire into a reality. It essentially is harnessing the power within us, this power of belief. Belief in ourselves, belief of the people around us, and also the belief of universe, that everything's working together to help us achieve what it is that we want to achieve in this lifetime. What it is not blind faith. What that means is it's not good enough just wishing or wanting something to come true, but rather equally as important is to take actions, taking every chance that we see, every opportunity that presents itself, and turning it into one step closer to whatever reality that we truly desire. So why do it? Why use this practice of manifestation? Because we are ultimately responsible of our own happiness. We are the only one can turn our dreams into reality. Simply put it, or needlessly to put it, we are ultimately responsible. Isn't that right? So how does this work in practice, this practice of manifestation, you might ask? I can only speak from experience, and let me share my story on how I've been practicing manifestation. To give it a bit of context, I'm someone who, I said it before, enjoys cooking and has a passion towards storytelling. And at the beginning of the pandemic in 2020, I felt a calling to wanting to share this talent to people around me during the lockdown and during the isolation. I asked myself, how can I do so? So firstly, for cooking, I've envisioned that I want to share this in form of a family gathering. And in this family gathering, I start to visualize who's going to be in their family gathering. So my parents, obviously, and also my brothers and their families. Then I start to think about what kind of dish do I want to create for them? And then the visualization goes deeper and deeper, like what tools would I need? What skills would I need to create this dish? And then I start to question where I am at the moment in terms of my culinary skills and how I'm going to get there from this present moment till then. And then this is where the action comes in. I start to build those skills to get me to where I need to be in that particular moment in time. Similarly, in respect to storytelling, I was lucky enough to be a best man to my best friend Sigmund and his wife Roxanne. During their wedding, like all weddings, the best man is required to provide a speech. And in this speech, I wanted to tell stories about them. And I start to visualize, what kind of story do I want to share that speaks truth to them? And then I start to visualize deeper, like the look on their face as I tell this story. And I start to visualize the feeling that I would get from telling this story to them. And again, I start to visualize more and more often. I start to visit this reality both in the cooking side and the storytelling side more and more often, to the point where I would visualize it on a daily basis, or sometimes even numerous occasions on a daily basis. And then it starts to become the question of when rather than if this reality is ever going to happen, because I continue to visit it. And then, like everything else, it becomes a habit. And once it becomes a habit, I start to be able to turn this practice of visualization and manifestation into greater things and more important things in my life, like my mission in life. And I would like to turn my career and combine it with my passion in cooking and storytelling, and taking every opportunity to turn that into reality. And most recently, I start selling my cooking, and also launch my first cooking show, which you guys can check out. Like everything else, there are challenges to this practice. And I like to outline two great enemies when it comes to manifestation. Number one is doubt. Doubt in form of interior as well as exterior. Let's start with interior. That self-doubt, that story that we tell ourselves, like we're not good enough, like it's too old, you're too old to do something, or we don't have the skills or experience or the qualification to do something. But these are just excuses we tell ourselves. Similarly, the exterior world, what I'm talking about here essentially is the environment in which we live in, like the uncertain times at the moment during the pandemic. Maybe it's not the right time to start something. But again, they're just excuses and stories we tell ourselves. Number two, the second enemy that you need to watch out for is expectations. What I mean by this essentially is, we like to fixate ourselves on how we're going to get to a particular goal. And when we receive or encounter any roadblock, we start to lose hope that it's ever going to come true. But really, this is the time to really step into believing that it's going to come true. Which leads me to the point on how anyone can practice manifestation. Let's go back to that quote from The Matrix. Don't think you are, but know you are. Because it's about believing that the reality that you truly desire already exists today. What it means is, you need to come from a place of abundance, of gratitude. Like for my case, for instance, is that believing, shifting that perspective that there are people out there that already support me, they're already interested in what I do, and all I need to do is continue that momentum and letting go and trusting that process of learning and being patient that things will come. It's a question of when rather than if. Secondly, is about practice. Practice makes perfect. Maybe you're not ready. Maybe you're not ready to apply this manifestation to your greatest mission in life. Maybe start with something smaller. For instance, start with a reality that can exist today. For my case, for instance, I envision to gather my friends after the lockdown's over here in Sydney, and I visualize in form of a picnic. I start to visualize how we're going to have this picnic, who's going to be there, and also what are my involvement in getting this picnic into a reality. And then it happens. When it happens is, the more I prove to myself that it's a matter of time that this thing will come to reality, then I stop thinking that it will happen rather than knowing that it will happen. That's really it. That's what I want to share today. And if this message resonates with you, please do reach out, shoot me a message, shoot me a DM if you've got any questions, any ideas that you want to go through, or even just having a chat. And also, if you enjoy my content, please do subscribe or follow me on social media, and I'll be looking forward to sharing more of these kind of stories and this kind of content in the future. And like always with these videos, I'd just like to provide a quick thanks to my friends and family, to my friends who attended the picnic after lockdown's over here in Sydney. Thanks guys for turning my dream into a reality, and it was great to see you guys again. Lastly, I just want to quickly thank my dear friend Jess and Sigmund, who helped me launch my first cooking series, taking my dream one step closer into a reality. Thanks guys for watching. Have a great day and catch you guys soon.